Oh, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say, well, you about to break bread right now. See what? We about. That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, Too often in life we go through things and it's like, golly, why am I going through this? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Just saying that lady like that kind of got me thrown off right now. Cause she definitely out here underdressed and it's cold as fuck out here. Cold as fuck out here. And you know when you see somebody underdressed like that, um, it's almost like if you ever been in that situation, you know what it is. Like the person is going through something and having to start over type of thing. You feel me? So of course your heart go out to that person. Um, but I wanted to stop in and talk about make it make sense. Make it make sense when there's people out here going through stuff and we act like we don't care or it's not our concern. Here it is. Recently, uh, I was going through a separation with somebody that was close to me, and at one point in time, somebody I called myself trying to make it make sense with, but we ain't quite make it past the friendship, so I had to keep it moving, you know. But in the midst of trying to keep it moving, I tried to inform, my ex-wife that, I'm not fooling with this person no more. So what I'm gonna need from you is to, either nip that situation in the bud or keep me out of it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an agreement between y'all two. What's up with it? Wheat bread? How you doing, love? That's an agreement between y'all two. So, quite frankly, I don't know what you really want me to do about it. Other than let you know, like, I'm not dealing with this person no more. So, I would appreciate if you not be dealing with this person no more. But, of course, that wasn't observed or recognized to the point it became a thing of Happy Mercury Day. Oh, that's what's up. I'm on that. Gemini, we ruled by the planet Mercury, so thank you for letting me know. Today will be a day of operating in intelligence, you know what I'm saying? Since it's Mercury Day, and it's the day after walking through the two, 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 two day, you know what I'm saying? So, 2 day is a good day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was dealing with that situation, so I called myself, trying to be responsible and nip that in the bud properly, but it wasn't respected. To the point, saying all that to say, like my ex-wife, when I was telling her, like kind of don't want her around the kids no more, cause quite frankly, the issue that we having is dealing with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And the things that I want done for my kids, this person is having a problem with, or keep on fighting me on it to the point. You know what? I feel like I don't even got to keep on arguing with you about it. It is what it is at this point. Like, if we can't get it together, we ain't gonna get it together, type shit. And quite frankly, when it comes to my kids, I really don't feel like I gotta compromise too much. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, I felt like I done compromised too much. Um, so at this point, when I'm having to say this, I'm feeling like shit. Okay, she just gonna make the adjustments. She gonna make the necessary adjustments, and we gonna keep it moving, type shit. Instead, my ex is like, she questioning me like, so what you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna so how you gonna get the kids to school? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, shoot, the only suggestion off top, appreciate y'all coming in, hitting that like button. Only suggestion off top would be for me to turn around and, take them to school myself with the only vehicle that we got. But nope, I guess that seemed too much like right. It never came to the light. You know what I'm saying? But as y'all see from the title is called Make It Make Sense. And life got a way and making things make sense. Might not, you know what I'm saying, be how you wanted it to make sense. But life got a way of making things make sense and bringing shit full circle to the point that you would be like, dang, why I ain't just do this to begin with? Or why I let it get this bad before, you know what I'm saying? I felt a better way to deal with it. And here it is now, the same situation, right? Didn't make it to my daughter's birthday party. I make sure y'all come in and drop a comment and say what's up, cause it's my way of saying what's up to y'all. As we read, let us know, you feel me? Happy Mercury Day. This will be a day of making decisions of high intelligence, as well as if you're not using your intelligence, people will intelligently deal with you today. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared and be prepared. But again, going back into the story, I'm trying to make sense of the situation, because here it is. I missed my daughter's birthday because, you know, this situation is ongoing. As well as I didn't want to subject myself to certain things that were being continued. You know what I'm saying? So, quite frankly, I removed myself from that situation. Like, you know what? You don't want to respect my wishes? That's what, I don't got to be a part of this. Like, because my thing is this. If my ex-wife had somebody that she was no longer dealing with, I'm not going out my way to deal with this person, regardless. Regardless, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless to what affects or what type of relationship bond me and this person might have had before, you know what I'm saying? That's over with. But one, only know you as a result of this other person, you feel me? Only know you because of them. But two, you feel me? Now that y'all not together, what reason we really got, you know what I'm saying, to keep this bond? Because truth be told, the bond wasn't a result of, you know, being cordial and, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, show the kids the proper way to deal with certain shit. But you don't teach the kids to, you know, keep people lingering around that aren't around for a reason. Given, you know, the situation I was dealing with was an abusive relationship. So, quite frankly, I shouldn't have to keep on seeing this. It shouldn't be sitting right in my face every time I pop up, let alone at my kid's birthday party. Like, and it's, you know, it's still fresh. You feel me? I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to see that. I already done told you that about not wanting this person around my kid, let alone you had this person at my child's birthday party. What make you think I'm finna come? Like, make it make sense. Not to mention, come to find out, even after, you feel me? I guess you never put two and two together. Man, he ain't finna keep coming around with shit being like that. Because quite frankly, whether I talk to this person again or not, you know what I'm saying? Whether I choose to be cordial with this person that I was trying to make a friendship with, potentially, you know, be more with, that's neither here nor there. Whether I talk to them or not. Appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure y'all tap that like button, drop a comment, say what's up. It's neither here nor there whether or not I keep talking to that person. But if I say I don't want this person around my kids, I shouldn't have to, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to explain that shit to you. But going forward in the Make It Make Sense series, you feel me? Of course, y'all remember in the beginning, I said I asked to just go on and use the car. Because I still wanted to, you know, be responsible and take my kids where they needed to go. You know, even though as well, you know, there was another situation where it was like, make it make sense. I said to my ex-wife, like, you know what, I want to go back to homeschooling the kids. Like, why not? You know, I got laid off in September, and quite frankly, I found other ways to be myself continuously, as well as to be there for my kids. So I'm like, shit, why not? You know, go back to homeschooling my kids. Why not? Apparently, you know, the proof is in the pudding that it worked. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me and drop a comment, say what's up. Because here it is. What's up, Luna? How you doing, love? Here it is. My kids are testing top of their class. You feel me? When they went back to school. You know, testing top of their class when it comes to, you know, discipline, you know, how they move around in the public and shit like that. Teachers not complaining per se all the time as often as teachers was complaining about me, you know, as a kid. So quite frankly, I'm like, you know, it was a lot of reasons why we didn't want them to go to school. And I started seeing the reasons start playing out. Like my daughter getting, bullied or mistreated by other kids who might not necessarily realize that that's mistreatment because this is how they being treated. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, you shouldn't subject your kid to that type of shit because it's the things that become normalized to them that become their familiar space, meaning like they'll always recreate these situations. Or even when they don't recreate these situations, if they find themselves in these situations, they'll stick it out longer than most because that's more of a comfort zone for them than other people. No different than developing a sense of, resilience, ability to persevere. That comes from going through some trying situations and then having to learn there's levels to you. You don't always have to eject yourself from situations. You know what I'm saying? To the point now, you got more levels to you than most people. Like, say, for instance, the example of, hang gliding or something, you feel me? Most people will be like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go hang gliding. But by the time they get to the hang gliding place, they having, second thoughts. They like, shit, I don't even think that was the best idea after all. You know what I'm saying? So you also got certain people, shit, they get to the place, they like, yeah, they thinking about the shit just like everybody else, but at the same time, they like, shit, I'm still finna do this. You know what I'm saying? To the point, they put their arms in the hang glider, you feel me? They ready to take off. Whereas that person that was already second guessing it when you pulled up, as soon as they put their hands in that hang glider, it get real. It get real, right? So to make it make sense is, I hear you talking. I hear you saying this what you want to do. I hear you saying, hey, I got you. Like a lot of people tell me. A lot of people, they'll tell you, like, I'm going to look out for you, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you over there just being you and spreading information to the people, So let me look out for you. I try not to get too excited about that. I appreciate it. Don't get it twisted. But to make it make sense is the actual existence of what a person may be saying. Like, so if a person say, you know what, don't even worry about your bills, bro. I need you to come stay with me. You know what I'm saying? So you can focus on what your life goals is. What's up, Kishelle? How you doing, love? I've been checking out some of your work. I really do appreciate you. But like I was saying, y'all, like, a lot of times people make offers to you before they even, real offers a lot of times. It's not that I don't think they real, like that I don't think they being realistic or they serious about it, but it's more like I can't really make a decision on an offer until it's really, you know what I'm saying, an offer. So like, say for example, if somebody say, you can come stay with me, if they don't got their place yet, I can't really just say like, all right, yes or no. You know what I'm saying? That I'm going to accept that offer. I appreciate the gesture. Because hell yeah, and nobody got to go out their way to be like, you know what, I want to do this for you. You know what I'm saying? Man, much appreciation to you. Like, we got to collab on something for real. For real. And how you pronounce that? Is it Kashay? Or is it K-Shay O? What's up, Shaybo? Yeah, like I was saying, like to make it make sense in a lot of situations just boil down to, is it realistic? A lot of times, we hear certain information and up on the face of it, first time we hear it, we don't necessarily accept it, but after hearing it maybe twice after that, you know what I'm saying, it started to make sense. And that's just a lot of times how K-Shay O, okay, K-Shay O, or K-Shay O, a lot of times on the face of things, it's so new that we don't even understand the purpose of it. By the second time, it's like, oh, I see how you using it. By the third time, it's like, shoot, now I know how to use it in functionality and application for myself. So a lot of times we just got to give things a chance to work. We expecting things to happen like immediate turnover when it got to make it make sense. Gotta make it make sense. And like I said, to correlate going back to the car situation, it's like, I asked to do so for my kids, asked to, be involved. Now here it is, the same person I asked to be removed. Now their car is broke down in the same van that's my family van that I had something to do with getting as well. I'm not even allowed to drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, to take care of my kids. Not, oh, let's take the car and just, rip around while you at work. This person gets off in the morning time. It's just by the time they get off, all of this stuff already need to be taken care of. So let's just say the kids need to be at school at 8, this person get off at 10. You see what I'm saying? It would be more conducive that somebody that's not, so-called at work, take care of that. And that's another reason why I feel like it's important that we get into the mindset of, expansion of the family, as well as stop being so petty with each other when, we all just trying to help each other make shit better, you feel me, for each other. Nah, you good. You good. Drop your Instagram in the chat and I'll definitely hit you up. But here it is. We gotta allow for the process to work and recognize that make it make sense. A lot of times it just boils down to you recognizing, dang, this person do know how to talk to people. This person do know how to act right amongst other people, but they just not giving me that act right. And so when a person not giving you that act right, recognize you can't change nobody. You can't make nobody do nothing. But recognize, hey, they not cooperating with you. So you gotta find another way to go about it. And it might consist of a different level of cooperation. You might have to find you a whole nother group of people to cooperate with. But don't get it twisted. Don't let that shit make you to the point you don't know how to exist with other people because you so bitter from what somebody else who was meant to teach you a lesson was doing to you versus, dang, this was in preparation for this actual situation. Now I'm prepared. No different than the 3 strikes. You feel me? The first time you heard about it, the second time you saw it in use, and third time you actually applying it because it made sense to you. So a lot of times, you get with certain people, yeah, they good people, but it just wasn't the right time for you. If anything, it was the right time for you to learn that lesson. So the next time this type of person come into your view, you know who you dealing with, whether good or bad. Y'all ain't already hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. If y'all can, tap in with your boy on TikTok. Tap in with me on Instagram, Goldie86Locks. As well, this is what I do to sustain myself at this point. At one point in time, it was just something I did to, learn myself, as well as have an outlet to get it to other people. But at this point, this is my life's work. This is my life's work. This is what I do, and this is what everything was leading up to. So at this point, I appreciate all the people that make it possible for me to be able to do what I do, as far as disseminate information, be myself on a 24-hour basis, to the point that I inspire others to do the same. We got the ebook coming soon. Stop being so ambiguous, so you can get things done, as well as, the ebook, Firing Your Boss. Too often we wind up finding ourselves in a situation where we getting fired, you know what I'm saying? And it's in a condition that's not conducive to our survival. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's one thing to tell people that they can do certain things, or you should be doing this because it's less stress on you, you know what I'm saying? And it's more beneficial to your lifestyle going forward. But you have to also lead people, in a direction that's going to get them there. Lead people in that direction so they can get to where they trying to go to. You feel me? Where they trying to go to. What's up, Wee Bread? What you talking about? Oh, snap. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button. If y'all ain't already subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share the live, not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 times for the mother, the father, and the child. Because that's what we talk about over here. We recognize that the agenda is to disrupt the family. As, for some people, other people, family represent a direct, effect. That's what we gonna say. Direct effect, to the point they can't handle that. But we setting a new tone. We coming together on the basis of righteousness. We coming together on the basis of you know, the morale that's within all of us, the morality, you feel me? And dealing with the core principles of that. If I can reach you on the core principles of that, as well as see the application of that within your life and vice versa, you see that from me, then we got an understanding. So we come together on an understanding, not on the understanding of what other people told us we were, on the understanding of what other people can accept us as being. Like, we not on that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot deeper than what meets the eyes. It's a lot deeper than who beats the odds. You know what I'm saying? Because quite frankly, the odds are always in your favor. Everything is working how you see it. So you got to remind yourself that everything in the universe is working towards your upliftment. It's working towards your upliftment. What's up, Leonard, my G? So let it work. Let it work. Let's start with the self-sabotage of, you know, you downing yourself all the while things are trying to work out in your favor. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If people know how to talk to other people with sense and they talking to you crazy, make it make sense. Why do you keep subjecting yourself to that? Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And if you are in a situation where you feel like this is what I got to deal with up until now, work on firing your boss. Because technically that person is a boss to you. You feel like they more of a boss than you, if anything, to the point you can't boss up and do what you need to do, which is best for you. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all chop it up with each other in the chat, cause we family. At this point in life, I realize my light that's been put out here, it attracts many people. But those who organically stick around and sees fit to, you know, mesh with the people that I mesh with and the people that are attracted to the information that I've been allowed to be a conduit of. You feel me? This is our information. This is our information. Meaning, if I say it, you write it, you display it, it's still all of our information. So join in with me. You know what I'm saying? Because even before y'all get to the energy exchange of helping me get it out, it's still our information. Meaning, like, you can tap into the same information within you. That's why a lot of the things that I say is a confirmation to you, even if you never heard it in this lifetime. Because the truth is within you. The truth is within you. No matter what other people try to tell you, like, again, you know, the war is really within. The war is really within. If you think nothing of yourself, every time somebody tell you you ain't nothing, you gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna believe it. I appreciate you saying that, Shay, bro, because that's exactly the environment I seek to create. You know what I'm saying? Is an environment that's positive for anybody and everybody that's of the vibration. How you doing, Luna? I'm amazing, and I hope my amazingness rubs off on you to the point it finds you in perfect peace. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So often, that's another thing. Like, we have to learn to, you know, let people know that we appreciate them. Have to learn to let people know that we appreciate them. Y'all could deal with, I think it's a little bit of spam in the chat. I appreciate that, we bread. That's funny. I was just looking at your name, like, hold on, I ain't said so much. But like I said, I would encourage y'all to definitely pull up on me. Pull up on me on TikTok. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of times I'm on TikTok disseminating my information because it allows for us to firsthand. It allows for us to firsthand be able to support the creativity or the creators that we seek to, you know, keep going. Because at this point, the creators, these platforms that we hold, it's like a facility, you know. And if it's a facility, like y'all said, where y'all get, you know, positive energy from, and you want to make sure it's here for you when you need it, as well as make sure it's here for other people that don't quite know yet that they need it, but somewhere along the way, you know, they're gonna come down the path. It's important, as y'all know, I like to say, it's imperative that we support that vision that we want to see. Whether it's just, the image of a man or a woman that you want to see, put that money behind that, because a lot of times we take so much time away from, you know, chasing money to bring forth information that we don't really have time to operate in said system, and that's the goal. You know, if you focus on what's the fulfillment within as well as your purpose for being here, you will essentially opt out of you know what I'm saying, they financial system to the point you won't be able to survive. So it in turns suggests that you don't even pay that shit no attention. You know what I'm saying? It puts you in a state the way you won't even pay attention to the things that's conducive to yourself, but you just pay attention to the thing that's conducive to helping keeping this system going. What's up, Tequila? So we gotta make it make sense for each other. When one person boldly steps out and say, you know what, I don't care. I don't care no more. I'm gonna be me, as I recognize that the example that I hold or that I show inspires other folks. So I can't sit over here and downsize myself no longer, as I see how it affects the whole. So when you see that one person step out, like, make sure y'all surround that person, hug that person, love that person. Too often we still stuck in the plantation mentality. When somebody gets away from the plantation, we resent them because of all the things that happen to us as a result of being still behind. But when that person say, you know what, I'll be back next week, I'll be back next day, and when you ready, let's go. That's basically what this is about. This is why I come in front of y'all like, hey, I'm here to release whoever else ready to go. And I'm willing to be that sacrifice. I'm willing to be, that person that's like, I'm in a position to where I really don't have to be subjected to it no more. But in my heart of hearts, I feel like this is what I must do. This is what I was made to do. If some people view it as a risk of my life, to me, I understand even that is something that was meant to keep you from doing it. So I tell myself, quick, fast, and in a hurry. I do difficult things so I can overcome. I can overcome whatever's in my face that made me feel like I can't do it. You feel me? That I can't do it. So with that being said, you feel me? Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get caught up in this colorism. Let's not get caught up in it, because it was only set up to keep us fighting about our differences. Therefore, we can't make any difference in our life. Any difference. But let me make sure I read these chats, because y'all always be saying something important and, you know what I'm saying, profound shit. Absolutely, many people dim their light and settle for mediocrities, not recognizing how powerful they are and how essential they are to the elevation as a collection. As a collective. That's facts. As sure as you getting this information, you're raising the vibration of everybody around you. And you don't even always have to disseminate it like I do with y'all. I talk to y'all on this basis because I feel like the priesthood or those of high intelligence on this Mercury day will be drawn in to the information, and therefore y'all will be able to disseminate it in a way that's palatable for the people around y'all. No different than, a lot of the ancient texts were put in different languages so it can be palatable for other people. Tequila in the building. Amazing voice, Tequila. Tequila, for an example. Make it make sense. A lot of people would, instead of appreciating her voice, they would envy her voice to the point they won't show her any support. So then the next time you need to hear a song from Tequila that's going to uplift your soul, you don't have it, because it don't make sense to Tequila to keep doing it when she got to take care of her family and nobody is making sure that she can. Even though she's being of service and, being a ministry unto us. The way that she's administering music. Right. You see what I'm saying? Just her presence make her smile so hard. Make us smile so hard. Like, that's why I get to the point we gotta, start concentrating these numbers. Start getting to a place to where we can always recharge with each other. And honestly speaking, I know a lot of people, they ask for funding to keep doing certain stuff. But my whole goal with the funding overall is to create a facility for us to be. Not for us to be stuck, for us to be, feeling like we have no choice. None of that. No, I'm saying a place that we can go. You know what I'm saying? And it's paradise. Because of the things that we feel like is conducive to our growth are there. I don't gotta constantly keep taking a vacation from my life, but I'm building a life that would be considered a vacation to most people. You know what I'm saying? In this life. Building a life that I don't gotta take a vacation from. Most importantly, you feel me? Most importantly. And I want you to join me. I want you to join me. I want you to inform me on some of the things that, you feel like could be conducive to your enjoyment and edification as well. edification as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the rehab center is all about. It's not about, you know, making people feel like they less than, so then they can't never fix their situation. It's not about that. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button, man. We up to almost 10 likes today. We getting it all in. You feel me? Getting it all in. Oh, we up to 10. Speaking it shall be. Then, like, I'm glad I was able to pour to y'all in. I'm glad y'all was able to pour to y'all self in, because it's a twofold effort. I got to be willing to disseminate information. Y'all got to be willing to be receptive to it. Yesterday was a very powerful day, as well as today is going to be just as powerful. But we stepped out of something and stepped into something else. So, quite frankly, everything that you've been working on up until now, it's all coming together. It's all coming together, and consider it done. Queen Cascade in the building. Another powerful energy. You know what I'm saying? That make it make sense every time she come through. She lets you know what she here for. And quite frankly, we all got to tackle it from our angles. So I appreciate her angle. You know what I'm saying? Sis be putting up on me on TikTok. We get it lit over there. And most of all, we spread this message of mother, father, child. Make it make sense for the whole. You know what I'm saying? Let's go up. Let's go up for the family, because we sitting over here trying to participate from an individual standpoint when everybody else is participating in group efforts. And you wonder why you suffer. It's because of your unwillingness to come together with your brother. And like, don't get it twisted. I'm not caught up in the so-called obstacles of my family don't mess with me. At this point in life, you know, you got to recognize, like, we go through so many lifetimes within this so-called one lifetime. Like, in this lifetime, by the time you hit 30, you should darn near be done manifested a whole new family to an extent. What I mean by that, your circle of friends. Your circle of friends should look like you. And if you think they don't look like you, then you need to move around and stop subjecting yourself to things that you think aren't of you before they become you. Before they become you. I appreciate you, love. That energy that you feel is our energy. You know what I'm saying? At times I'm merely a catalyst for what we all have flowing through us. But if you feel this energy, know that's you feeling you. You feeling the greatness that is you, connecting with other greatness. Because we are the greatness that we see. We are. So let's be that. Let's be that. Yeah, you gotta love some folk from a distance. Ain't no point in sitting over here keep on trying to act like y'all the best of friends. That's being fake. That's being fake. I got family members that be like, why you don't ever call me? It's like, my G, we don't got much in common. You know what I'm saying? We don't got much in common, and I've been knowing that since we was young. And now that we don't have to force it, why force it? It's the same forces that we put on our relationships that break it. To the point, oh darn, the fact that you ain't seen me in so long is why we gonna be able to get along for the next few hours that we around each other now. But if you had seen me every day, you would have been trying to hurt me just like anybody else who don't agree with, you know what I'm saying, what I'm doing, or somebody who may be of lesser vibration who don't get it. Just don't get it. It ain't necessarily you don't agree with it, you just don't get it. For a lot of people, they just don't get it. They ain't never took time to entertain none of it. You feel me? They just don't get it. And quite frankly, at a certain point, you gotta recognize these people choosing not to get it. So it ain't on you. You have to find a platform for you and stand on your platform 10 toes down. Those who go around you might not be for them. But those who stick around, those who stand there and absorb, those who contribute, you feel me? Those who say, what can I do to help this situation be furthered? You know them your family. You know them, that's your family right there. You know what I'm saying? That's who want to make it happen with you. Like, your family will come to you. A lot of us, we the black sheep in our family. We the ones that's misunderstood. But don't worry. You will be understood when you come into the home of your family. And home is wherever we are. Home is wherever we are. Because no matter where we are, we going to bring the light of intelligence. You feel me? The light of acceptance of each other. Because we should be seeing ourselves in each other. But if you can't see yourself, it's going to be hard to say, how you doing, reflection? And when you say how you doing reflection, it becomes even harder to develop a rationality of, I want to slaughter my brother, I want to slaughter my sister. Don't get it twisted. You will be prepared to advance your own life should anybody try to stop your trajectory. Is come on. I ain't talking about that. But should something do happen to you, recognize it's only gonna boost the message. Especially if you spent your life spreading the message. People always want to know what happened to such and such, why they passed, why they go. Cause what? As humans, we want to know, we want to make it make sense. Like, let me try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they weren't doing something I'm already doing, because now I need to change my ways, because you can pass away from that. But then they kind of find out, darn, you passed away because you was telling people good information that would be conducive to their lives. Oh no, let me dig in further. Who is this person? And that's when you become immortal. Immortal. You feel me? Your immortality is officially forever existing. So make sure the things that you do last by making sure the things that you do help each other. The things that you do help people get past a lot of the perceived obstacles in life. They seem like they so much bigger than you and I. When truth be told, they not. They not. You got the power of heaven and earth in your hands. Meaning you got the power to create whatever you want to advance. You got it. But you cannot and you will not until you step into your truth. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Until you step into your truth, you will refuse to do what you must do. And anytime somebody charge you with doing it, you would be like, you would feel a level of resentment, like, what you trying to pull over on me by telling me I'm great? Recognize this all of this stuff that's going on around you is a form of manipulation. This light that's around me, this ceiling is a form of manipulation. But are you being manipulated towards your greatness? Are you being manipulated to what you said you wanted to do anyway? Because see, so often we talk about the program and forget you can program yourself. Yeah, we're programmable beings. That's all DNA and all that shit is. We're programmable beings, but what are you programming yourself to do? What are you programming yourself to do? When you get up and you exercise, when you get up, you drink your teas, when you do your 1-2, what are you programming yourself to do? And if you programming yourself to be low energy when you say you need high energy, make it make sense. Start looking into the things that you putting into yourself. Start looking into the biology that is you and find out what's more conducive to energy. Within this vessel, this high technology, just like when we buy a video game or anything, I remember I used to get the book or the game and just sit there and read it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I would, before I had a system, I would get the book from my friends, you know, who already had the game. And I would read the book, read the manual, read it until by the time I played the game, I already knew what to do. I already knew what to do. And it's the same thing with this life. You know, read people. Read the things they going through. Read the things that reality is showing you. So when it come your time, you know what to do. You feel me? When you get the controls, you can be the controller rather than somebody with the controls in their hand and don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. Because you have a lack of identity. And your identity shouldn't come from nothing nobody else find out. Nothing nobody else find out. But you spending time with yourself, taking that time out from everybody else to make it make sense. Why am I doing all this stuff? Why do I go through this every day? Why do my kids not listen to me? Why do my parents not listen to me? These are questions we gotta ask ourselves. But at the same time, when you asking these questions, don't get so caught up in the fact that people not listening to you to the point you shut up. Create a platform and watch how the other yous come to you. You feel me? Watch how the other yous come to you. K-Shay, K-Shell, oh, man, feel free. Any of this, you can, whether you go back later on or what, you feel free to, document this. Put it in your short videos. Shoot, you got it. You got it. It's yours. Again, like I said, when these messages touch us, it's our message. I'm merely a catalyst, a conduit, somebody who chose and was exposed to higher sciences to the point it just comes out of me. And I recognize this is what our people have always done. And when I say our people, those that are interested in what's being displayed or being disseminated right now. We have done this for millennia. We have always come together and made things greater for the whole. So let's continue. Let's continue to go down that path. Let's continue to do and give what we have to make it all make sense for everybody. So often you gonna recognize we running and everybody else just see us running and they take off running with us until they figure out why we running. But be that as it may, at that point we have removed them from certain issues. We have removed them from certain situations, you feel me? To the point, that's the goal. We gotta take off running, y'all. We gotta take off running together. When you see your brother doing something that's conducive to the whole, take off running with that. Put that on your platform. Share it. You know what I'm saying? Support any way you can. If you don't got time to share, you don't got other people that's going to, you got a decent following to where other people will want to see it, then, send funds if you can. $5, $2, $1, anything. You know what I'm saying? Just like $5, $2, anything will make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Over time. So whenever you think to give, that's another thing within our people that we forget. Whenever you think to give, we always think like, I'm so less than that my contributions is nothing. So we always wind up putting it off to the next person. And all the while, the things that we need that make us better, they wind up not being there because guess what? Everybody thinking, you know what? My contributions is so less than, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think that. But again, this message is not for you to think less of yourself. This message is for you to remember the greatness that is you. Now make it make sense. Now make it make sense. Go out here in your life and make the best of your 24. Hold up for what? Slow up for what? When any day you might just go up. Likewise, love. Likewise. Any day you might just go up. And now here it is. Nobody got a chance to know you. Nobody got a chance to know what you was really into. Not to mention what was put in you to help others. We never got a chance to see. We never got a chance to see. Because all the while you was so down on yourself that you was scared to be yourself in front of me, in front of others. So the world could see the light that is you. That's what they talking about. Learning to be more yourself because there was so much greatness put into you that you possess. At this point, it's like, dang, what? What more can you ask for? What more do you need? Make it make sense, little baby. Make it make sense. But at the end of the day, you are the greatness. You are the greatness you seek. You're a collimation of your parents, meaning natural selection says all the necessary genes that would be conducive for life will be collected in the next life, meaning the child. No different than the good book tell you when you pass away. All the answers will be given to you. We talking about transitions. We talking about levels of transition in this life, you feel me? To the point, you got to be able to see that we lay down on that bed, you feel me? We lay down on that bed as two and get up as one. That's a transition in itself. People don't realize that the things that we do to give life at the same time can take your life too. It's like women can pass during childbirth. Men ejaculate so much to the point they have heart attacks and stuff like that. So technically we pass somewhat. You know, like they say, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. Shoot, even I die a little every day. You feel me? Even I die a little every day, but I transition in the way that I live, though. See, if you giving a little bit of yourself that gives life to somebody else, is it really dying? Is it really dying? When the highest level of effect, communication we can do on this planet is to inspire. And you can't inspire somebody not being yourself. Or else you will have other people aspire to be everything else but themselves. But themselves. And if that's the case, what was it all for? What was it all for? Why do we all go through these unique situations? Why do we all go through these humble beginnings? Humble beginnings, you feel me? Man, that's what's up. I appreciate how y'all encouraging each other in the chat. Appreciate that. Consider it done, love. Most of all, yeah, going that thing like, you know, it is what it is. If this is the job for me, then it's mine. If it's not, then let it be. Because you want what's for you in perfect peace. You can get anything in this life. We can get anything that we will to have or anything we will to achieve. But we want what's ours in perfect peace. So I will that job, if it's what you desire, it be yours in perfect peace. In perfect peace. I will that it also leads you to where you seek to be. You know, as we say, let's fire the boss. So we can be the bosses we really are. Meaning the heads of our households, the heads of our lives. Because, you know, the household really is represented by this temple. That's what we comprised of. Not this house that we in that comprises this temple. You feel me? This is a house for this temple. Now, you got this, my G. You got this. Consider it a part of you. Start picturing yourself in that position. Picture yourself at that desk. So where even if it don't happen this interview, it's sure to be in play. You know what I'm saying? You just put it in play. By the way that we look at it, by the things that we say. You know, start talking about it as though you have it already. Indeed. Indeed. And most of all, be willing to accept that some positions may not be for you. But you don't know until you go to the door. You might kind of find out, hell nah, I don't want to be in that position. But be balanced and be indifferent to the point, no matter how it goes, you still going to be able to be composed as well as be the greatness that you were composed to be, regardless of what job or what personally your life or what, you know what I'm saying, what environment you no longer a part of no more. You will always be yourself. That's the important thing, because our heart gets heavy when we get so caught up in our desires of this lifetime to the point when we go into the next life, that's all we thinking about. It's those desires that become us. So we spend our whole next lifetime worrying about smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, spend our whole next lifetime worrying about trying to get other people to hear us, when we can find different ways to go about it. Find different avenues to go on. Let them be your thorn in your side. Like some people that feel like, I wish I knew this before type shit. No, let that be your drive because you didn't know this before. Let that be your drive because you know all the time that you had to put in to acquire this information. But don't let it turn you off from doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. And it's the way we think about shit that leads to this. It's the way that we think about shit. Again, y'all, like, I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your essence. Because I know the same thing that's flowing through me, obviously, is flowing through you. Again, I don't do this for the attention. I do this for the message. There was plenty of opportunities for me to be in other positions that would have seduced or compelled people to listen to me regardless, but I wanted to be more organic. The ancestors saw fit to not let me stay planted in those situations. Whereas being a youth pastor, you know, I was being groomed to be the pastor. Whereas playing sports, I was being groomed to be a pro athlete and could have done it, you know what I'm saying? But as I say, my sincerity is my credentials because each time I felt myself separating from my people. Like, even with my education. Like, my mother never knew. The reason why I fell back a little bit on that was because I was seeing how I was being separated and pitted against my friends. You know what I'm saying? Even how my family members was being pitted against me as though you smarter than me and all this. Like, all the while, smart just meaning your ability to remember what somebody else wants you to know. And when you get to the root of that information, it pointing out that you haven't contributed anything to society, only for you to find out that's the biggest lie. The biggest lie. Which in turn makes some people not want to live. And all the while, it make those who do accept it go against how they was made to live. Because now here it is, you're being taught what to think, not how to think. Feel me? So essentially not allowing for you to think for yourself. And all the while, you wonder why the agenda is against everything that is life, when everything that is conducive to life was placed in you. Like the spiritual Bible. Because your spirit don't feel comfortable doing things you're not supposed to be doing. But over time, if you keep on convincing and manipulating yourself, programming yourself to become more and more sadistic, it becomes easier. It becomes so much easier to do anything. You feel me? It becomes so much easier. It's the type of shit, boy. It's like, you know, you try to allow for people to exist in your presence, but it's like certain shit, just like, come on now, chill with that shit, my G. Chill with that. Because you will always hear about wars and rumors of wars. But it's all about what you give your life to, what you feed into. It's gonna make a hell of a difference in your life, or not make any difference at all. So quite frankly, you know, it's a war going on inside of all of us that's way more important, regardless. You feel me? Regardless of what others got going on. So I'm not surprised that there's wars going on outside of us. When we project our energy out. That's why it's important that we stop the war within us. Or we'll never be able to stop the wars around us. We'll never be able to. So, if you want to free yourself, you got to go within. And you in the right place to do so. You in the right place to do so. So, hey, take advantage of this opportunity to do so. One thing I've learned in my many years of living, it be the same people hating that'll be your be your best promotion. It'll be your best promotion. Cause as sure as you go out here and tell people, man, this motherfucker crazy, this motherfucker ain't shit, this motherfucker, somebody gonna tap in and be like, nah, dude ain't tripping. Them queens ain't tripping. Quite frankly, my G, I've learned to operate being one of the only kings around a whole bunch of queens. So I don't get caught up in worrying about a whole bunch of dudes being around. I ain't worrying about it. I ain't worrying about it. Nah, that's real talk. A lot of bosses appreciate that too. And when you don't have much conversation or you don't got no questions or expectations for them, they look at you like somebody, you know, depending on the position. Like if they want this person to be somebody who lead others, if you just happy to have the job, they're gonna be like, you know what, that ain't the type of morale I'm trying to create in here. I'm trying to create other people that are creative and those that are progressive thinking. So yeah, definitely go in there with questions, you know what I'm saying? And have the, you know, have the mentality like Shabo talking about. Don't go in there like you lesser. You the lesser, you feel me? Don't go in there like you the lesser. Okay, Shed, let me scroll up and get your Instagram. We Bread, put your Instagram in the chat, love. Everybody, if you can, put your Instagrams in the chat. We gotta work on having multiple ways to reach each other, no different than how you do people that you love, right? We love each other, right? And so you don't want to lose contact with each other. The best way to, ensure that we don't lose contact with each other is to have multiple points of, points of connection with each other. I got, Shell. I'm gonna put it in my notes right now. Empress. Not to mention, y'all, like, be thinking of different things that you would like to implement when it comes to creating a platform that can help other people, because that's the thing about the rehab. We're creating platforms that can help other people. So think about the things that you would like to contribute to that in order to help other people, as well as prepare yourself to be willing to give of yourself in order to make this stuff happen. Because it's going to require us to be willing to make the sacrifices. Be willing to make the sacrifices. Alright, so I got Queen Cascade. Alright, now I need to put in Tequila. I got you, K-Share. And y'all be expecting a message from Goldie86 Locks. They usually make it to where you have to accept the request first. So just so y'all know, be looking for that when we get off live. I'm definitely finna get on that. Facts, say bro. Facts. But y'all get ready, man. We finna go up. You finna go up. Like I always tell people that got blessings on the way, just be prepared to receive. That's what I want to tell y'all. Just be prepared to receive. Be prepared to receive. And y'all already giving of yourself. You giving time that you could be doing anything else. You could be focused on some gossip or anything. You feel me? But instead, you focus on the things that would be conducive to growing your spirit, your soul. And that's the war. The war is taking place within us because a lot of us don't take the time to be sensitive enough to the things that's conducive to our soul. And all the while, our soul, our spirit is warring with us to pay attention. To listen. Because it's talking to us on a daily. It's giving us cues. It's giving us signs and warnings. Again, corona is a plasma that envelops off of the sun. Did you get the message? You always wonder who the chosen people, who's the chosen ones. So guess what? Now that you know who the chosen ones, guess what you got to do? You got to go out here and be a light to other people. Be the message, meaning live it. Live it. Don't keep on talking to people about it. Don't keep on talking to people about it unless that's your gift. But if you're talking to people about it, you definitely better be living it too. Because that's gonna lead to a whole snowball effect if you're not. And if you're working towards it, I understand that too. Because it's all a process for all of us. So don't get caught up in your examples of people to the point that you like, well, they over 95%, towards what they say, but this little 5%, you know what I'm saying? I can't recognize, yes, we're all perfect, but we're constantly perfecting how we operate as humans. Come on now, we come from divinity. So now we learning how to operate as humans. Recognize that. And not to mention, even the divine with love to have the opportunity to operate as humans. That's why they say in the good book, the angels are jealous of you. Because the power that you possess You're able to operate on the earth in your spirit, in your soul, and manifest in this vessel. Meaning you operate on so many dimensions to the point. That's why people can't stand you. That's why they can't stand you. Your vibration's so high. It's no different than trying to look directly into the sun and you haven't trained your eyes. People don't even know why they can't stand you, for real, for real. Just like people don't know why they can't look at the sun. But once you program yourself and you make your life more conducive to life, look up at that light and see on it, see on it charge you up. But if you ain't doing things that's conducive to life, then that light got to purify your ass. No different than the disciplining of a child, you know. And I'm not talking about striking. I'm talking about putting them through different tests so they can see this is what you should focus on. And then putting them through these tests enough to the point they develop an undying focus on the things that's conducive to life. Children are the fruit of a household. Nah, I got you, love. You right on time. You right on time. Because we reached that mark, y'all. Ain't it a beautiful thing when kings and queens intervene and change up the whole scene? Yeah, man. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad that we in connection. Kinfo, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say, what? We just broke bread right now. 86, over and out. Lovely day. Go forth and make it great as you are.